If we placed you in an empty room with nothing but water, your body would begin a silent countdown. A clock ticking inside every cell, deciding what to burn and what to protect. But the alarm for starvation doesn't ring when most people think it does. And the real answer is hidden deep within your biology. Inside a silent conversation where your brain, liver, and muscles decide what to burn and what to protect. Somewhere in that quiet exchange lives an ancient survival program. A program that could completely reshape how you understand fasting. Before we go any further, subscribe now. Because what you're about to hear reveals a side of human survival most people never learn about. Today, fasting is treated like a trend. Celebrities praise it. Scientists analyze it. And everyone claims to know how long the human body can go without eating. But before the science takes over, picture this. Your body running low on fuel, scanning for energy, yet still determined to keep you alive with incredible precision. Every cell begins asking the same urgent question: what do we burn first? Despite what most people believe, your body doesn't immediately consume muscle. It's far more intelligent than that, shaped by thousands of years of feast and famine. Human biology evolved to survive days, sometimes weeks, without destroying the tissue required for strength and movement. But there is a turning point. A moment where the survival strategy shifts. By the time this video ends, you'll know exactly when that moment happens, when the body stops being careful and starts becoming cannibalistic. To understand that shift, we have to start at the beginning, the very first phase of fasting. The first day without food feels almost uneventful. You might think nothing serious is happening. But internally, your body is reorganizing priorities with military-level precision. Glucose from your last meal continues fueling your brain and muscles for roughly 12 to 24 hours. At the same time, your liver acts like a portable power station, releasing stored glycogen to stabilize blood sugar. As the hours pass, those glycogen stores begin to drain. Your body senses the change. Hormonal signals are released. Adrenaline, growth hormone, protective messengers designed to preserve muscle and accelerate fat breakdown. This is where expectations flip. Your body protects muscle by burning fat. Many people feel an unusual calm here, or sharper focus. That's because insulin levels fall while ketones slowly begin forming, small fat-derived molecules that are about to become very important. But the real storm hasn't arrived yet. You're standing in the quiet moment before transformation. Most people assume fasting simply means not eating, but fasting is actually a biological orchestra. Different organs step in at precisely the right time, protecting focus, preserving strength, shifting energy sources seamlessly. The real story begins when your body flips its internal fuel switch. Around 24 to 36 hours in, something remarkable happens. Your body transitions from burning glucose to burning fat. This is called metabolic switching, an ancient survival mechanism. It's how early humans survived long hunts, freezing nights, and unpredictable food supplies. As insulin drops further, fat cells release fatty acids into the bloodstream. The liver converts those fatty acids into ketones. A cleaner, longer-lasting fuel source. Ketones don't just power muscles, they cross into the brain, enhancing clarity, alertness, focus. It's like a backup generator activating when the main power grid fails. During this phase, muscle tissue is fiercely protected. Your body understands something critical. Muscle equals mobility, mobility equals survival. Protein breakdown slows dramatically, while fat becomes the primary energy source. This is the metabolic golden zone, fasting working for you, not against you. But once this shift happens, an invisible clock begins ticking. Because while the body can run on fat for a long time, it cannot do so forever. The next phase begins with autophagy. Usually around the second or third day, the body activates cellular self-feeding. Autophagy is your internal recycling system, breaking down damaged proteins, faulty cell components, even precancerous material. This is your body's deep clean mode. Instead of consuming muscle, it feeds on cellular waste. A remarkable act of self-preservation. Research links this process to longevity, healing, and disease prevention. The brain benefits too. Autophagy clears neural pathways, reduces inflammation, sharpens mental performance. That's why extended fasting often brings unexpected mental clarity. Your body is repairing itself while you remain still. But during this renewal, a new question arises. How long can this balance last before muscle becomes the next fuel source? Many people fear starvation mode the moment they skip a meal, a mythical metabolic shutdown. But true starvation mode takes time, often days or even weeks. Early fasting doesn't slow metabolism, it increases it. Norepinephrine rises, growth hormone rises, keeping you alert, energized, ready to search for food. Just like your ancestors, this advantage is coded into your DNA. Research shows meaningful muscle loss doesn't begin until fat reserves reach critical lows. Until then, the mission remains clear: preserve strength, burn stored energy, keep you moving. So when does fasting cross that invisible line? When does intelligent conservation become costly sacrifice? That's where we're heading next. The moment your body begins protecting the one resource it values most, muscle. If this breakdown is helping you understand what's really happening, subscribe to Body Science Truths now. New videos drop every week, each one exposing the hidden systems keeping you alive. By the third or fourth day, your body enters full preservation mode. Muscle isn't just protected, it's actively defended. Growth hormone levels can rise up to 5 times above normal, creating a biological shield around muscle fibers. Growth hormone slows protein breakdown, accelerates fat burning, safeguards survival tissue. Thousands of years ago, losing muscle wasn't cosmetic, it was fatal. Without muscle, you couldn't hunt, escape, or protect your group, so evolution set strict rules: burn fat first, protect muscle second, use muscle only as a last resort. That's why people fasting several days often maintain muscle tone, especially with hydration and electrolytes. The human body isn't fragile, it's engineered to survive extremes with precision. At the same time, the body unlocks an alternative fuel, one that keeps the brain sharp even without food. Ketones. Imagine your brain running on fuel that burns cleaner, lasts longer, and avoids sugar crashes. That's exactly what ketones provide. Around 48 hours in, ketone levels surge, fueling neurons, muscle cells, vital organs. The brain adapts, focus sharpens, mood stabilizes, hunger fades. Many people report peak mental clarity during this phase. Evolutionarily, this makes perfect sense. Starving humans needed awareness, not sluggishness. Ketones made survival possible. But beneath this brilliance lies a limit. Fat and ketones can fuel you for a long time, but not forever. So when does muscle loss actually begin? Most people assume immediately. That's one of nutrition's biggest myths. The body defends muscle far longer than expected. For many people, 7 to 10 days, depending on body fat, hydration, and activity. Fat remains dominant fuel. The true turning point comes when fat stores fall too low. Only then does the body reluctantly turn to protein, specifically muscle protein, usually beyond 2 weeks or at critically low body fat. Even then, the process is intelligent. Non-essential proteins first. Vital fibers last. There is order, there is strategy. Muscle doesn't vanish overnight. Clinical research confirms this, from NASA metabolic studies to controlled fasting trials. Humans can fast 5 to 7 days with minimal muscle loss. Hydration maintained. Fat primary fuel. Protein breakdown low. After 10 to 12 days, protein catabolism increases. Amino acids convert to glucose for critical tissues. The science is clear. Short-term fasting doesn't burn muscle, Inactivity does. The rule is simple: use it or lose it. Light resistance training signals protection. Protein intake after fasting stops breakdown instantly. Fasting isn't about weakness, it's about metabolic strategy. For most people, the ideal fasting window sits between 16 and 72 hours. Inside this zone, insulin improves, autophagy increases, fat burns, muscle stays protected. Too short and the shift never happens. Too long and strength begins slipping. Beyond 10 to 14 days, warning signals appear. Cortisol rises, fat reserves shrink, muscle breakdown begins. These signals matter. They mark the shift from renewal to depletion. Extreme fasting requires supervision, not willpower. Understanding makes the difference. So how long can you fast before losing muscle? Up to 7 days with hydration and light activity carries minimal risk. Beyond that, the balance slowly shifts. Your body is resilient. It cleans itself, sharpens focus, repairs damage before ever touching muscle. Fasting isn't about endurance, it's about intelligence. And the next time you skip a meal, remember this: you're activating a survival system older than civilization itself. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, comment, share, and subscribe, because the next story might change how you understand your body forever.